Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a bit look at some of my Japanese cars for my JDM collection. And I'm going to be also answering the most controversial question in the community. Why are Japanese cars uh, overrated in this hobby? Now, to answer that question, we first need to take a bit look at some of these Japanese cars. Now, of course, obviously, I don't have the star cars like the R34 and the Supra because, well, that's the main purpose of this video to explain. I do have a couple of other the out of the star cars. I do have the other popular Japanese cars like the FC3S or the 180, the Miata. The R34 and Supras are generally really expensive and rare to get. Uh, I do have a Supra, but that is from Tomica, not from Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Supras and R34s are really hard to find. They're typically more expensive than other brands, like even much more expensive than a Mini GT, and it's because of the hype that's going on in the community, and Hot Wheels taking advantage of that hype releases more of these two cars more often, like let's just say 5 times a year, and that's how they get profit actually. So let's just take a look at the first car. I'm sorry if my frame rate is a bit kind of dropping. I'm using a new sort of lamp which is kind of powerful from my camera. The first car we're going to take a look is the Mazda RX7. This is a multi-pack exclusive from 2018, bright green colored. Obviously, I think I have reviewed almost all of them, but this is just like a relook and just to explain why Japanese cars are just overrated. So this is a model from Mazda, and from Mazda, the most overrated car that is in the Hot Wheels community, kind of, is the RX-7 FD. Now, there are some variants of the RX-7 FD that isn't that, hyped. Like, there was like a variant that nobody really brought it, but only like the other ones, there was like other special variants that were like really expensive and hard to find. So yeah, that's kind of it for the Mazda brand in Hot Wheels. This one has the white stripes with orange, and here is the back. 8-spoke white rims, looks pretty great actually. Cool for, I guess, for my photography. We have another Mazda. This is the Miata, MX-5 Miata, the first generation. I do also have the current generation, the modern Miata. This one has recently received a premium treatment, so I will be trying to get that one because it just looks that looks really beautiful actually. That's also I'm guessing that won't be hitting in the pegs that much, but online exists, so I have to get one from online. This is the first variant of the MX-5. Hot Wheels did release a Miata in the 90s, with the classic Hot Wheels look, but this one is a bit like a track day variant because of the roll cage and a little with some aftermarket body parts. So yeah, moving on, we have one of the most forgotten Japanese cars in the Hot Wheels brand is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X. Now this one, it was a bit of a controversial release when it came out. This car was like huge, like giant. It was like a bit bulky, as you can see. This one is kind of fine, but if you take a look at the other brands like Matchbox and Tomica, you can pretty much agree that they did better. This thing looks a bit absurd because of its wheels. You can see that they're just typically kind of like Baja-ized. Like here is a one, my Nissan 370Z. You can pretty much see the wheels are way too big for this one. The body itself is also, it's a bit big. I mean, this car, like Hot Wheels, I think probably didn't see like the didn't study the car like properly when it came out, because this Evolution came out. The Hot Wheels one came out just after the production. The production model was revealed to the world, 2007. So they basically, after a year, they just like released the casting. Either way, this is a cool looking car. I love the Evolution X. I'm a huge fan of this Land Evo generation. There is a Japan flag right there with the wing. Now, by the way, this is a color shifters variant, so mind about the details right there. It's a plastic body, so it's a bit hard to see, due to detailing for Hot Wheels. But yeah, the back is still pretty nice. Moving on, let's go to Nissan. We have the 180SX Type X. Now this one right here, it's also a bit of a forgotten, because I think Hot Wheels, didn't really give a premium treatment to this one yet, I think. Or I think they did. Yeah, maybe they did. But again, this one does lack some details. But I do love the advanced livery though. They should probably do a Rocket Bunny 180SX, because this one is a bit outdated right here. Came out in 2016. Here's the golden air disc wheels that I colored with my Sharpie markers. The air disc wheels look really terrible, actually. I'm sorry to say that. They look fine on like fantasy castings, but on real licensed cars sometimes, no. I forgot to show you the livery properly. The side has advanced logos, the top also has some advanced logos. Moving on to another Nissan, one of my favorite Z generations, the 370Z. This one here is absolutely the most, the bone stock variant. It isn't even tuned or anything. Absolutely clean, perfect. It's not even the Nismo variant. And I wish Hot Wheels made the Nismo variant as well, because the Nismo variant also looks kind of really cool. Hot Wheels did release a 350Z, but that was like heavily tuned, so I really didn't bother getting that one. So here are the details of the 370Z. There is the insignia of the Nissan badge and the 370Z. Here is the side. Now I think I do have all the generations for the Z. Not all. I'm missing 2. I don't have the 350Z yet, because I'm still finding a bone stock variant release of the 350Z. I have the 400Z. Still looking for the other ones. And moving on to the last Japanese car for today's video is the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Now, typically, modern Japanese cars are popular in the Hot Wheels community. Mostly, people will collect the cars from the 90s, and I guess some from the early 2000s. Not this one. Some from the early 2000s, if you can name a few. Honda S2000. This is the Honda Civic Type R right here. This one was a bit of like a hyped casting when it first came out. I had to like import this particular variant from USA. My father helped me, thanks to him. So yeah, again, like a few days after I got this thing, my father again gifted me a red Honda Civic Type R, and I was like really happy. So it was like a very lucky moment for me. This one does have a lot of details as well. This is a race variant, by the way. So it's pretty interesting, actually. Love the livery, how it's done. I might try making this in some video games if the Honda Civic Type R is featured. Now, as I was saying, people don't really, prefer the modern Japanese cars, except if it's a GTR or maybe even a Civic. Other than that, they don't really care about modern Japanese cars. Even I don't really care about modern Japanese cars, but I do like some. So if it's a Mark 5 Supra or a R35 GTR, then chances are you might not find one, the Hot Wheels one. But for Tomica and those, well, you can, because the Tomica community isn't that like wild like Hot Wheels one. The Hot Wheels one is. All right. Pretty much we reviewed almost everything under 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, so it's time to answer the question: Is are Japanese cars overrated in this hobby? Well, I do. From my perspective, I think yes, because recently most popular Japanese cars are just typically getting harder to find and much more getting expensive. Uh, Most of these you're seeing right here. Most of these, yeah, you're seeing right here. I got this from the pegs. This one is from online. So I had to go to those situations where I had to get a Japanese car from online, because you will never find a Japanese car in the pegs. Japanese cars are mostly popular due to they're easy to tune and from popular franchises like Fast and Furious, or some video games such as Need for Speed. Hell, Gran Turismo is a perfect example. Gran Turismo is mostly resolved around Japanese cars as well. There's tons of freaking Japanese cars. So yeah, that pretty much explains why Japanese cars are mainly popular, and because of the Japanese culture. So guess we're pretty much done with this video. If well, yeah, I might do another review on some of my other Japanese cars like this, because it's kind of a bit fun, taking a look at all the cars all together. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good day.